What if mental strength isn't something you're born with, but a formula you can build to stay calm under pressure? Neuroscientists have found a key difference. In the mentally tough, the brain's fear center recovers from a threat in under 90 seconds. This isn't a genetic gift. This rapid recovery is the result of a trained neural system. Mental toughness is a skill. In fact, specific parts of your brain physically grow or shrink based on your choices when you face adversity. Here we'll break down the formula, the neuroscience, the paradoxical mindsets, and the training to build a resilient brain. So how does the brain actually change? It starts with a principle called neuroplasticity. Your brain isn't fixed, it remodels itself. The key circuit for mental strength is the connection between your emotional brain and your thinking brain, the prefrontal cortex. But there's one specific part of the brain that scientists now see as the engine of willpower, and understanding it is central to the formula. It's called the anterior mid-cingulate cortex, or AMCC. Think of it as your mental toughness muscle. Its size is related to your grit. When you want to quit but take one more step, that's the AMCC firing. When you avoid a hard task, this area literally shrinks. This means every time you choose to do something difficult, you are physically building the part of your brain that makes future hard things easier. So we know we can build the brain's hardware for resilience. But what's the mental software that runs on it? The most effective ones are deeply counterintuitive. First, the paradox of control. Fragility comes from trying to control events. Strength comes from focusing only on your response. Second, strategic pessimism. Resilient people visualize what could go wrong and plan. This turns unknown fears into solvable problems. Third, self-compassion. Beating yourself up depletes energy. Treating yourself like a friend lets you learn and bounce back faster. But the most potent mindset is what psychologists call negative capability. It's the skill of staying in a state of uncertainty. Pressure makes us crave certainty. Resisting that urge allows you to gather more information and make better, less reactive decisions. Okay, we have the brain hardware and the mental software. Now, how do we actively train this system? These are exercises for your mental gym. The primary method is strategic discomfort training. This involves deliberately exposing yourself to small, controlled doses of stress. This process, called hormesis, teaches your nervous system that a stress alert is not always a real threat, lowering your baseline stress. Another exercise is reverse visualization. You mentally rehearse potential obstacles and visualize yourself calmly navigating them. For long-term strength, document your failures. Creating a failure resume is concrete proof you have survived 100% of your worst days. But the formula isn't just about enduring more. It's also about being smarter with your mental energy. Choose your battles wisely. Think about it. Where are you spending willpower on battles that don't matter? Optimizing your environment saves strength for what does. And resilience isn't just an internal game. Studies show that giving help to others dramatically increases your sense of purpose and endurance. Finally, you can build resilience proactively through positive anticipation. Looking forward to good events releases dopamine as a buffer. This is the key difference between mere coping and true resilience. Coping is reactive. Resilience is a proactive capacity to adapt and grow. So let's bring it all together. This is the complete formula. Remember the willpower muscle, the AMCC, we talked about at the beginning? Every time you do strategic discomfort training, taking that cold shower, you are literally doing a rep that physically grows your AMCC. And remember that incredible 90-second amygdala recovery? Practicing mindsets like negative capability strengthens that exact circuit. The formula is a virtuous cycle where mindsets guide practices, which in turn physically upgrade the brain's hardware for resilience. The best way to start is small. Use microhabits, a 60-second pause when anxious, a single deep breath. These are the daily reps. Mental strength is not a personality trait you are born with or without. It is a trainable biological system. You can change it. Pressure is an inevitable part of life, but how you respond is a skill. You are the architect of your own resilient mind. What is the one small strategic act of discomfort you can commit to this week? Share your commitment in the comments below.